This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. Delighted to be joined here with one of the real crew, someone who is involved in the real boxing despite everything that's going on this week. Look, firstly, you've linked up with Faze Tempo. I was speaking to him yesterday. A fairly new link up for the two of you, and he's taken this fight on short notice. Is it enough, do you believe, to get through Saturday night in KSI?
Absolutely, I believe so, because he already come from good teaching with a very good young trainer in the game, Jonathan Wale, who is the pupil of legendary trainer Joe Goosen, and that's who Temp was training with before he came to me. So he come from me with a solid background, a good base, a good skill set, and it's just, my job to add on whatever it is I can add on in such short little time. I'm expecting him to be victorious come tomorrow night.
How has the sort of last 2-3 weeks, I suppose, been? Because I imagine, obviously, you link up very start of the new year, but we're still sort of really in the new year ourselves now. It still must all be a little bit of a shock to the system, to yourself. A bit of a surprise that you're even here, I suppose.
Yeah. It's good. We started the new year off with a bang. I thought I was going to start the new year off actually doing some other things, but God working mysterious ways. And everything is ordained, so, this is the opportunity that presented itself. KSI was a second replacement, and, we took full advantage of taking this opportunity. And the fight is a very winnable fight for us. Temp is a 6'4" southpaw, a good skill set, good reflexes, and he's courageous enough to get in the ring. That's all you can ask him, guys. It's just my job to make sure he stay alert, stay on point, use his range, and, with those things, I have no second guessing that he'll be victorious. Come Saturday night, all he has to do is listen and follow my directions. He'll be fine.
Malik, just out of curiosity, away from the way that maybe some of these guys see it from an influencer perspective, obviously people will see KSI's sort of fame, and I think probably you would have realised when you come over here just how big he is. Away from that, looking at his boxing skill, is there much there that you feel worried with? I think I know in boxing we can never take much out of an open workout, but a few people are a bit disappointed with KSI at the open workout. Have you bought much into any of that?
No, not really. But the open workout, you could hear how he moves, and I didn't really get to see him besides when someone showed me on the phone. But you could hear how he moves. His feet is very heavy. He make a lot of noise, which means he's coming from an emotional and egotistical standpoint, and which good, that works in our favor, because the more he comes with the wild shots and the more he comes thinking he's going to just do what he wanted to do, then he's going to be in for a surprise. He's going to find out quite early once he runs into a few shots.
If Temper's victorious Saturday night, I suppose you'll say when Temper's victorious on Saturday night, is this a link-up that you would feel happy continuing? Say there were more opportunities for Temper to fight on Misfits cards. Is that something that you'd be more than happy to indulge yourself in, and you're taking this industry with both hands, I take it? Yeah,
absolutely. Because one, he's internally he's a great person. He has good intent. He means well. He wants the best for himself and his brand. So that right there is enough for a connection to always stay alive. Second, he's a 6'4" southpaw to have so much more to learn, and I'm pretty much a beyond good teacher in my humble opinion, and I have so much knowledge to give him, and that's what I'm looking forward to doing.
Do you believe that sort of this is the future? A lot of people have doubters over it, and obviously we've got our hardcore boxing fans who don't like it as such, but obviously there is a market here for it, and that can't be ignored. Do you believe it's something that we should relish, but also keep the line so it's not, people taking a piss? For example, this is kept very much in its own lane, doesn't have much crossover with the professionals. Do you believe that's the way it should be done?
I think anything that's good for boxing, that's good for young kids, that's good for, we could say, even gamers, musicians, whatever. I think as long as it's kept in a positive lane, it's good. This is just a small element of these guys' life. These guys are gamers, these guys do this, they do that, and this is a small element. So, okay.
Malik, just picking this back up, we got kicked out of the corridor. This is how we do in boxing. We pick up and we do things where we can. Look, I want to move on. Obviously, you've done a long sit-down with IFL yesterday. Seen you this week with KD and some of the 258 guys who I know that you yourself get on with. Deontay Wilder. A lot of talk from Hearn has been saying, look, this fight has to be made for 2023. On your side of things, I think you're pushing for this. I think I heard that your team are reaching out to Hearn but not hearing too much back. How is it on your side?
I just want Deontay to be in the biggest and the best fights that's on that create high revenue and legacy for his career. Anthony Joshua is no secret. That's the fight that I want for Deontay. You know, it just seemed like it's an ongoing chase, though, and it's an ongoing chase because AJ needs a little bit of a build-up. So right now he can't fight Deontay or don't want to fight Deontay. Either way, though, you know, the show must go on, and Deontay is going to stay in high-quality fight regardless, no matter how long the guys take to fight us.
Do you believe that Deontay Wilder's next fight could be Andy Ruiz for the WBC final eliminator?
Absolutely. It's a great chance of that because he's mandated by the WBC. Deontay is big-time boxing. Andy Ruiz is big-time boxing. And on the two is going to meet, and when they do meet, Deontay is going to be victorious.
Look, Malik, I'm hearing that we're not even allowed to film here, so I'm just going to ask you one more question. If we do see Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder towards the back end of this year, in your opinion, how does that fight go?
It's a 3-round fight. Deontay Wilder winning by devastating knockout.
Malik Scott, thank you very much for speaking to us at Boxing Social.